I've helped collectors sell millions in rare coins. The sale prices in this video are all backed by real data from top auction houses like Heritage. I know what makes coins and currency valuable, and today I'll break it down for you. The coins we go over in this video will knock your socks off. Starting with this first coin from 1936. This is a Lincoln wheat cent penny coin. Alright, now this is what we consider to be a Type 2. Just so you're aware, this coin sold for $16,200 on Heritage auctions. Now this is a true sale, just like all the coins in this video. They are paid in full and bought by high net worth individuals all across the world who are collectors, and they really love these US pieces of coinage. So on the screen we are going to show you the difference between a Type 2 and a Type 1. Now the different types can bring different prices depending on the grades and the conditions and market fluctuations, but the biggest thing you need to know about this coin is that it was graded by PCGS at a proof 67. So on the grading spectrum, 70 is the highest grade and 1 is the lowest. In the uncirculated grade, you go from 60 to 70. This one got a 67, so it's only 3 points away from the perfect grade. The big thing here is the fact that it is a proof coin. So we are going to show you on the screen right now the difference between a normally mint state issued coin and a proof coin, okay? Proof coins are done with a higher pressure machinery, and also they are done one by one by mint employees. So back in the day, proof coins were more so meant to make sure there were no flaws on the coin before they started the mass production. They were a final look over on the coin before they started producing millions and millions of these coins. The way you can tell they have a proof coin is by looking at the backdrop or field of the coin. Essentially, the coin is going to look very shiny and lustrous. Now you got to be careful because there are some bad actors out there that will see a video like ours and think they are clever. They'll polish a coin, they'll coat the coin with some metals to make it look really shiny. So you got to be careful of bad actors. And another important part about this coin is that there is no mint mark below the date. So typically you are going to see a small little letter below the date on your coin. Now if it does not have a letter, there's a high probability that your coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. This one was struck at the Philadelphia Mint because there is no mint mark. Now that can really determine the value based upon how many coins were made at the specific mint. Not to bore you with too many details, but essentially you're going to have a coin that was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, like this one, the San Francisco Mint with an S mint mark, or the Denver Mint with a D mint mark. And sometimes on certain types of coins you're going to see a W mint mark for the West Point Mint, which is really rare, but you'll never see it on this coin. So we'll break it down again really quickly. You have a proof coin from 1936. It's a high grade of a 67. It's also a proof coin, Type 2, graded by PCGS, and that is why this beautiful proof coin sold for $16,200. One of the most iconic error coins is this one right here, and it's also one of the most counterfeited coins out there, so be very careful. Make sure that you're not buying any coins for thousands of dollars thinking that you're going to flip it for more money, because the reality is there are people out there that are making these coins for a few pennies and then trying to sell them for thousands, except they are counterfeit, non-genuine coins. This is what we call a doubled die obverse. So the die that struck the coin was accidentally doubled before the minting process. Quite a bit of these coins got out until a mint employee noticed that there was a big mistake. Once they noticed, it was too late. A reason why this coin is so popular is because the doubling is so apparent. Understand that this can be seen without any magnification, but a lot of coins that have double die obverses, which is the front, or double die reverses, which is the back, a lot of the time it's hard to see it, so you're going to need some sort of magnification like a 10x loupe or a USB microscope. That's going to help you look at the coin without having to strain your eyes. Now these penny coins are obviously very small, and the doubling is even smaller, but this one's more apparent. This coin was graded by PCGS at a mint state 64 red. By red, we're just talking about the coloration on the coin. There are 3 different types of colors that your coin can come in. You've got red, red brown, and brown. The closer you get to red, the better, just because that is closer to the intended mint state color the coin came in. All coins that are produced at the US Mint are red, and then over time they can oxidize and change colors into red, brown, or brown. Don't get discouraged though, because we have talked about many coins on our channel that are red, brown, and brown that have sold for astronomical prices. So again, look for the double die obverse on your 1955 coin, because this beauty sold for $16,800. Here's a 1926 S 1 cent wheat penny. Now if you didn't know, the first year the wheat cent penny coin with Lincoln on the front was produced was in 1909. Those coins are pretty rare and valuable. This one sold for a lot of money. It is a PCGS graded mint state 64 coin that has the red designation coin with a CAC sticker. So let me just go over the CAC sticker very quickly. First step is looking at your coin, seeing if it's worth getting graded. Then if it's worth getting graded, you go ahead, pay the fee, wait for the coin to come back to you, and now your coin is graded. If the coin is worth it, by that I mean if it's a valuable coin worth thousands of dollars, then and only then you want to consider sending your coin off to a company called CAC. CAC will then pretty much grade the grade. They'll look at the coin in the holder that is graded by NGC or PCGS, and if they think the coin is really nice for its grade, they're going to put a little green bean CAC sticker on the holder, just like this one has. Now it may seem quite silly, but believe me, that little CAC sticker will increase the value of your coin quite significantly. This coin, because of everything going on with it, sold for $16,800. Here's a 1914D 1 cent wheat penny graded by PCGS at a mint state 65 red. Alright, so under the date there you have the D mint mark, which stands for the Denver Mint. This coin is 5 points away from the perfect grade of 70. Not a whole lot to say about this coin, just understand that depending on the mint mark on your coin will dictate the number of coins produced for that specific mint, and that can fluctuate with the price and how many coins were graded at that specific grade with that specific mint mark. Not to bore you there, but it is very important to understand that. This coin sold on Heritage Auctions for $18,000. Wow, this is a very pretty coin. It's a 1916 1 cent coin with no mint mark. So back in the day, Philadelphia actually produced the majority of proof coins, and then over time, San Francisco started producing a lot more of the proof coins. This coin is a proof coin. Sometimes with these older coins, it is harder to tell if you have a proof coin or not, but most of the time, you're not going to find a coin like this out in pocket change. A coin like this will be found in a collection that has been kept for generations, very nice and safe. This coin was graded by PCGS at a proof 66 red, and it sold for $18,000. Here's a 1910 1 cent wheat penny. So this is 1 year after the first year of issue, 1909. PCGS graded this coin at a proof 67 plus red with a CAC sticker. Holy mouthful we have there. So you got the plus designation. That is a really challenging thing to come across. Essentially, the grader who grades your coin, if they think your coin looks really nice for the grade, what they'll do is after the grade, they're going to put a plus sign, and that plus sign means that the coin is really, really nice for its grade. And we know what the CAC sticker is. We know what a proof coin is. It's really challenging to come across proof coins, especially this old. But this coin was able to sell for $22,800 on Heritage Auctions. 1914 Denver issued coin. This is a 1 cent wheat penny graded by PCGS at a mint state 66 red and brown with a CAC sticker. So again, we have the red, brown, and brown designation. This is the red-brown side, and understand that there's also collectors that want to collect all three different types. So you have someone that wants to collect a 1914D 1 cent coin in a red, brown, and a brown. There are collectors out there that really want that. Also on this coin, you have a CAC sticker. So this one has just about everything that you want with it, except a plus sign, and obviously the grade can always be bigger. But this coin at a 66 sold for $23,400. I want you to understand that if this coin was to have only graded 1 point higher at a 67, it could have easily brought $40,000 or more. Easily. Alright, one of my favorite types of coins here, guys. Here we have a 1909 1 cent coin. Now this coin was graded by PCGS at a proof 66 plus red with a CAC sticker, okay? So this coin sold for $66,000. That's a lot of money. I do want to run across the different type of 1909 coins that you can have. So there are 4 different varieties that you can have with the 1909 coin. You can have the 1909 1 cent coin with no mint mark below the date. Then you can have a 1909 S, but there's an S mint mark below the date, standing for the San Francisco Mint. Then you can have this coin, which is a 1909 no mint mark, which means Philadelphia issued, VDB. So if you look on the back bottom center, you'll see the initials VDB, which stand for Victor David Brenner, who was the engraver and designer of this coin. And the last and most expensive variety is the 1909 S VDB. So you're going to have this coin with an S mint mark below the date and the VDB on the back bottom center. Now very quickly, when they first started making these coins, they all had VDB. So the 1909 Philadelphia issued no mint mark had the VDB, and the 1909 S VDB obviously had the VDB designation. Now when they were producing these coins, they got a lot of feedback saying that the VDB was very distracting, so what they did is they completely got rid of the VDB on the coin. So the majority of 1909 cent coins do not have VDB. If your coin has VDB on it, especially if it's an S mint marked coin, it's going to be worth a lot of money. That was a bit long-winded, but hopefully you got some value from it. This coin sold for $66,000 $6,000. Another one of my favorite types of coins. What do you know? I'm a nerd. I got a lot of favorite coins. This is a 1922 1-cent coin. It is a wheat cent coin. PCGS graded this coin at a mint state 64, red and brown with a CAC sticker. Now, before I tell you what to look for, I'm going to tell you that this coin sold for $72,000 on heritage auctions. That is a lot of money for this coin. So there's a few things you need to look for on your 1922 coin. First of all, below the date. Do you have a D mint mark? If you do, then it's not going to be as rare. This coin must be missing a D mint mark. This coin should always have a D mint mark below the date. If it doesn't, then you have a rare coin. But you also need to have a strong reverse. So if you look at the back or the reverse of this coin, you're going to notice the strike is very, very strong. That's because this was struck with a strong die. This is a strong reversed coin. And because this 1922 1-cent coin got graded by PCGS at a mint state 64, there's no D mint mark and there's a strong reverse. This coin sold for $72,000. All right, $108,000 for this 1944 1-cent coin graded by PCGS at a mint state 64. This coin's really rare because of one big factor. Do you know what it is? Well, I'm going to tell you right here. So back in the war efforts of World War II, they needed bronze for ammunition. In 1943, what they did is they took all the bronze from the pennies and they replaced it with a zinc-coated steel planchet. So in 1943, all of these pennies should be struck on a zinc-coated steel planchet. In 1944, which is what you see here, the US Mint transitioned back into the bronze planchet. So all of your 1944 coins should not look like this. If you have a 1944 coin that is struck on a zinc-coated steel planchet like this coin, you have something very, very rare. Now be careful. There are a lot of bad actors out there that want to take your money and they will try to scam you thinking that you have a rare coin. Let's say that someone wants to sell this coin for $1,000 or even $500. There's no way, because the chances of them selling this coin for such a low price means that they're likely trying to scam you. Because to replicate a coin like this only costs a few pennies at most, and then they try to make hundreds or thousands of dollars off you. So be careful out there, guys, but understand that this coin sold for $108,000. Now, what do you do if you have a very rare coin? Now, what I suggest is going to at least 3 different coin shops and getting their opinion, or at least talking to a coin expert that knows what they're doing and what they're talking about, because you do not want to get scammed and ripped off. Understand also that there's a high probability that your coin is actually not rare and valuable. The coins in this video are pretty much trophy pieces. They're really expensive, really rare, and hard to come by. Think about it. If everyone who found a coin found a really rare coin, they really wouldn't be rare and valuable. But in the case that you do find a rare coin, which I've helped many people sell their coins for lots of money, you do not want to get scammed. So don't go to a pawn shop. Don't go to anyone shady. Don't go to the first person that offers you a few $1,000. Shop around, get their opinion, be open-minded, try to learn. And speaking of learning, if you haven't already, pick up your completely free coin and currency ebook that we made down below. We have absolutely nothing to sell you. We're just trying to share information and help you guys avoid getting scammed out in this world. So be careful, guys. Keep learning, keep having a great time with coins and currency. This is a great hobby. We do hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you in the next one.